Hello, my name is Tom Lindberg, and I'm going to talk about how we at Viking Line are becoming data-driven. Viking Line is a travel company with around 5 million passengers yearly. 130 cargo units are transported by us. We have a turnover of around 500 million euros in a normal year. We've been in business for 60 years now. We have a lot of employees, over 2,000 of them, mostly on the ships that you see in front of you. And our main market areas are Sweden, Finland, and Estonia. And you can imagine that we have been through some rough years with the COVID and also the energy crisis that we are still in the middle of. We see all these obstacles and reefs as possibilities to us. For instance, legislation is going to put upon us in the coming years with the emissions trade, which will be a huge cost for us, but also for our competitors. And this is why we see it also as a possibility. If we can manage this issue better than the others, then it's a possibility. Data is becoming even more important for us, and I'm going to talk about it in a while more. It's also partly related to change management, which this company needs to take into account and has learned from the past 2 years that this is very extremely important for us. We get continuously new possibilities from the IT landscape to reach our target, which is continuously improving our customer value. I'm going to talk about our journey so far with becoming data-driven. We are talking about aligning what we do, setting the pitch where we play in practice, that we talk about the same things, but also planning, then putting the who, what, and why into action, and partly also executing what we have planned. This is where we are at right now at Viking Line. We have started to execute, and I'm happy to share what we've done until now in this phase. So let's start with setting the pitch where to play. The story starts a bit over a year ago on board one of our ships, Gabriella, where we collected a team of around 15 persons to look at what we should do with our data and how we could become more data-driven. We understood that we have data and we have experts that work together partly, but we also understood that we should do a lot better. So we had these 3 questions of what should we do, why we should do it, and how should we start doing this. We had a really good workshop, and we were all very energetic when we came out of this and were eager to get going. We had the 3 main insights from this workshop, which were not doing just a pilot or a POC, but instead doing systematic change in order to get good results. We also understood that we need management team buy-in and continuously having them on board this work. And then we realized that we need to finalize our data layer. We were working on putting together the data I mentioned and taking both data from customers, what they are doing before the actual trip, but also during and after the trip, the individual trips. So what happened next? In practice, not much. Quite soon after the workshop we had on board Gabriella, we realized that we weren't going to do this internally, that we need an external partner, because we understood that we don't have the competence or the time to work data-driven, to do the actual change. And this is where Avaus comes into play. We, of course, talked a lot with different kinds of companies around this, how they would go about it. In our meetings with Avaus, we soon noticed that they have a good way of working with data and algorithms, and they are both experienced and have the expertise on it. The framework they presented us was appealing to us. Avaus presented us a good plan of action in order to get forward with what we had been talking about. We understood that we need to think long term, but also that we need to take this in bite-sized steps. We have in Viking Line a need to make clear decisions and also do it systematically. And in this case, we understood that this a big investment that we will do for us, that will be affecting us for the coming years. And we understood that we need to start building trust internally, not only with the management team, but everybody that is going to work in this transformation project. So we needed to show some numbers, and we started by building the business case, looking at what the potential is and where we could make a change in Viking Line's context. So they were bringing us good frameworks to work with. We were looking at, for instance, the top line impact, the bottom line impact, and other indirect benefits such as customer experience. Where is it in Viking Line's context that we can make change? And we managed to do a quite interesting business case that convinced our top management in the issue. We got green light to go forward in a more detailed second phase of the journey, starting to plan the actual thing. So we created a long list of use cases that we will provide value for Viking Line. And from this use case list, we selected the ones that we wanted to start with, but also remembering that we need to scale up. So we need to have the target automation level in mind. Only scaling will make what we want to achieve in the business case. Along with the business case, we also understood that this transformation journey cannot be done without the people at Viking Line. We don't want to outsource this to an external partner without understanding ourselves what we are doing. So we needed to continuously discuss also how to keep up the momentum and how not leave anyone in the terminal, so to say. So now we have started our execution part. We got the decision that this is what we want to do in the coming years in Viking Line, becoming more data-driven. And we have released our first use cases and are really happy about being in this stage of the journey. This year will be a year of planning and building, where we, under the hood, build the technology that is needed to automate and become data-driven, but also scale up with the use cases that was described in this long list. So this is a ramp-up year for us. The customers have now seen the first publication of what we are intending to do. We will offer them relevant communication, right time, the right message in the right channel. They will be more personalized so that it is even more relevant to the different types of customers from the different markets. And we also want to bring our customers value over time. So not only related to the specific trip that they are doing, but we will also try to understand what they have been doing earlier when they have been traveling with us and how that will help them in their coming trips. For us that were present in this conference room a year ago, I hope that this also will be a big added value. We will do better decisions based on better data and focus even more on optimizing and continuously automating what we do. We will get new competencies by upskilling and new ways of working, and drop repetitive work, manual work, and allow us to achieve more with the existing personnel. We will continuously need to work with change management. The building of trust doesn't stop in the beginning, but continues over time. This includes stakeholder mapping and continuous dialogue with both top-level management, but also other stakeholders within the company. We will do a lot of upskilling with different people, different experts within the company, but also communicate with monthly newsletters and meetings and so on about what we are doing. And this way, we are quite sure that we will become more and totally data-driven within Viking Line. Thank you very much.